So hello everyone and welcome to a Little Nightmares sort of update video. November has just started, which means that at some point this month, we're going to be getting the new DLC. And no, before we get started, this is not going to be a long video, as you've probably already seen by the time code. Aww. But what we're going to do is go over some of the updates that Little Nightmares has posted themselves. And we all know how secretive they are about their game, giving away next to no hints about literally anything and going back over genders for what I can only assume is to hide some sort of secrets. So unless you've been hiding under a rock or just haven't really been keeping up to date with the updates, the next DLC is going to focus on the engine room. It's going to be entitled The Hideaway. And until recently, we've only had one image to go off, and that is the runaway kid with the gnomes in front of what seems to be some sort of furnace or boiler, or engine, you know, whatever. But recently, Little Nightmares actually started promoting a video on Twitter that I've tried to find and it's gone. I don't even know where it is. But in that video, it was just a quick little montage of little gameplay snippets from that chapter, none of them really showing anything of particular interest. But it did show one character opening a door, and that was the janitor. At the end of the last DLC, the runaway kid met up with Six when they were both in cages, and he ends up getting pulled out of shot by said janitor. And then not too long after that, Six breaks out of her imprisonment too, which means that we're going to see both of these timelines mix in together, and we'll come back to that in a second. Ooh, yes. So it seems like the janitor, while tracking down Six running away, seems to have also been tracking down the runaway kid. And that's what we're going to expect to see in this next DLC. Which unfortunately seems like we're not going to see any new monsters come into it. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to make a theory video once I've played through it, but it's a shame that we don't get to see anything more. But I'm sure they might be saving that for the third and final installment. I think it's the final. I could be wrong. I don't care. I'd love more. But Little Nightmares themselves did post this image, or GIF, or GIF, or whatever you want to call it, which shows the gnomes putting something into a furnace. Now, it is just a GIF, so it just loops, and, I mean, they could be tossing themselves into the furnace, which really wouldn't make too much sense, but it does seem like they're holding something. And ever since Little Nightmares came out, we've always wondered what the importance of the gnomes were in the mall, and maybe we're gonna get our answers. At least that's what I'm hoping for in this DLC. We've already touched upon in the past that the lady is the one responsible for casting the spell that keeps the engine of the mall running, but we can quite clearly see that these gnomes seem to be the ones doing it. So unless there's a connection from the gnomes to the lady, I don't know, we'll see. Unless their website was just lying to us, God knows. But I'm sure when this DLC drops, we'll get some sort of answer. And apart from that video that I really can't seem to find, Little Nightmares did post a little video clip. And this could be the first gnome that you become friends with, hugging him while you pull him out of the crack he seems to be stuck in, thus gaining its trust. And it shows the runaway kid seeing a gnome and then it running away, which is exactly what they did when they first encountered Six, to the best of our knowledge anyway. But what's interesting about this snippet, and what could easily be missed, is the lit up torch. And through our playthrough of Six, that's exactly what you had to do to light checkpoints. So is it possible that we're going to see these two characters interact with each other? Or maybe it's just the runaway kid following the path of Six. I know, I just thought I'd chuck it out there because it's something that could be easily missed. And to the best of my knowledge of that video that just like vanished, whether I found it or not for editing this video, I'm really not sure. But from what I remember, it did show the runaway kid with multiple gnomes following him, which seemed to remind me of Oddworld and the Madokans following Abe. And even in the picture, it shows that we have multiple gnomes around the runaway kid. So is he going to be the one that's going to free the gnomes from their oppression, or from doing whatever they've been told to do? We'll have to wait to find out. And just as making this video, they've posted another snippet of the gameplay where you can throw gnomes to interact with objects. So, well, at least we're going to be flipping using them this time. And that, unfortunately, wraps up pretty much all of the updates in this video. I kind of want to just make a video hyping up the DLC because I'm going to play it as soon as I get my hands on it. It's going to be awesome. It's always nice to speculate on this game. And with the TV series and the graphic novel sort of coming out, well, the TV series sometime soon, the graphic novel out now, it's always interesting to speculate on what the universe is. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and until next time, I'll see you nightmares later. Bye-bye.